Ahoy, land lovers! It's me, your Captain Vasco speaking, and I'm just so tired. I'm really tired. And so here's the thing, right? Like, I haven't really been having those consistent nightmares that I was having for like a bunch of weeks that I mentioned a few times in recent streams. Like that has sort of subsided sometime over last weekend. But then, this was a 3-day weekend. This is, it's currently Friday, the 21st of January, 2022, which means it's the end of the week starting with Martin Luther King Jr., the federal holiday here in the United States. Um, and so, like, the extra time off was, like, kind of helpful, but then, like 2 hours or something into my first day back at work this week, my boss assigned everyone this just like massive, supposedly super time intensive project that has taken almost every instant of my week working like nonstop to just sort of like politely ask everyone to do something extremely unreasonable once. And I emphasize once because normally I would like follow up afterwards, but there's no time for that because the list was unreasonably long and the request is just flat out unreasonable, and so it's been quite the time. Now, frankly, people have been extremely receptive to it, so I'm not like super mad about that. Like, it could be a lot worse, but I'm super tired. Like I've been working really hard to the point that like I'm not really like taking breaks other than like just the bare minimum to eat. And normally I'll like have like a couple like 10-minute breaks just to like break up the day, and because I generally have a higher productivity than an average person. But like this was really bad. It's a really bad, uncool, unreasonable list. And it took like my whole stupid gosh dang week, and I've been working extremely hard. And I was already feeling pretty burnt out. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, like a little bit of rest with this 3-day weekend, feeling a little bit better, and then I immediately feel like garbage again. And I'm frankly very sick of it. Like, it's just a bummer is what it is. Like, my life could be in much worse shape. There's so much crap in the world. But, like, I'm still just really disappointed, because, like, I was feeling optimistic for, like, a fraction of a second, and then just, like, almost immediately my parade was rained upon. And I just don't appreciate it, frankly. And all of that is really not to try and gripe, is to just give you a little bit of a glimpse into Vasco current events, but also because I really feel like that's going to strongly affect my energy level today, because I do not feel super good. And also, I'm pretty sure I've narrowed down the cause of it, but I've been getting these like pretty bad stomach aches for most of the week, and like that's not helping either. But I mean, the good news is I do believe that there is a deterministic cause to them that I can just sort of address. But, that also added to this week not being great. Not great. But now it's Friday, and it's not time for work. It's time for... I don't know, one of my stations was telling me that they were driving to go see a concert, and I was just like, okay, I mean, you have fun. I know what's gonna happen is that if I need an affidavit from you in, like, a week, which probably won't happen under the circumstances, but if I do, I know that you'll be in your house, in your bed, because you went out to a concert under the current circumstances. Yeah. Anyway, not to get judgmental or anything, just like, I don't know. I don't understand things anymore. I got my like third booster shot scheduled for Monday, and I'm kind of excited, but like mostly anxious. Because like I don't know, I already don't feel great, and also am just generally anxious about going out and doing anything. All the things I just talked about sort of dovetail into why. While I said to someone on this subject of like, I want to have had the booster shot. I don't want to get the booster shot. And I want to be very clear that in no way do I advocate not getting the booster shot. What I mean by that is, I want to skip the part where I have to physically jeopardize myself and get a shot because my body just always hates getting shots. And I just want to reach the point, like, after whatever the side effects are, where I have had the shot and am fine. That's where I want to be there, but that won't be until, like, I don't know, late next week maybe? We'll see how bad it gets. I've heard all sorts of stories about people's reactions to this. Seems like the more shots we get, the more range there is to the potential side effects. Yeah, thanks, I appreciate that. Also, hello, it's Cotillion. For no particular reason, you get one of these. And also, for no particular reason, you get... I'm sorry, you rolled a 1. What did you miss? Nothing really in particular. Just like having a crummy week. But let's stop the Vasco as the sad clown parade, and let's address the... This was working before. It's gonna work now, right? Okay, good. I don't know why I suddenly was convinced this wasn't gonna work. I actually did test this, whereas sometimes I don't. Whoa, something weird appears to be happening. Oh, please hold while I test this. Huh. Well, okay. That's weird. Somehow I broke my confetti button. I think it's working now, but when I switched screens, it was broken. I think it's fine. Nobody worry about anything. This will be my problem later, and it's not a big problem. I just don't like it. Wintermoor Tactics Club. This is a tactical RPG game we've been playing for many weeks. It would be difficult to catch you up on all of everything if this is somehow the first of these videos you're watching. I would encourage you to go back in the playlist to find the first one, but I would just generally do that, so I don't know if I'm an objective source for that news. The cliff notes on where we're at is that the evil principal of our school, demonstrated by the big large head on the screen. I think they're like right next to my face is how this is lined up. Yeah, the guy who's basically next to my face. He's the principal of the school. He decided to throw a snowball tournament among all of the like extracurricular clubs at the school, and anyone who lost in this single elimination tournament immediately has their club disbanded. It was implied at one point that he is searching for the ultimate club, and it's not entirely clear what exactly that means or what his goal is upon finding the ultimate club. There's some implications, but I won't speculate for various reasons. Along the way, we've defeated every club in our path, but that does mean that we've gone from the 3 main characters sort of situated at the bottom to a club of 5, including the people to the left of Mr. Big Large Head. We also determined at one point, after stealing a miniature, like a large miniature, for the D&D style game that our protagonist club is known for playing, that the principal of the school has some ties to the creator of CNC, which is, you know, our equivalent for legal reasons, not Dungeons and Dragons. And, you know, he has some, like, past where he had a disagreement with the other creators of the game. And it seems like that might be part of his motivation here. Like, I mean, I guess my personal theory is that it's something along the lines of, like, he knows that there's a CNC club on his campus, and he wants to sort of see if we are, like, better than his group of friends who sort of, like, did stuff he thought was shady, and then he sort of departed from them. He wants us to prove that we're, like, the chosen one or something. But there's not no evidence, but I'd say there's little evidence that that's precisely what's going on. So last time we were sort of delving into that past in the form of like a Dungeons and Dragons sort of mission module that was supposedly never released, but coincides with the large miniature that we stole from his office that he had because he knew the creators of the game. And after doing that, somehow overnight the figure was mysteriously vanished from our inventory of sorts. and now we're not sure what happened to it or exactly what's going on, other than the fact that we've advanced to a new round of the snowball tournament. There should be 2 left. Our next opponent is the Animal Identification Club, who we spied on last time by coating ourselves in book-scented perfume that we received from a relative stranger. And chat determined that smelling like a book is okay, receiving perfume from a stranger not so much, and I think that's apt. And yeah, I mean, I think we probably got a couple side quests along the way, but I think we're largely on track to just like battle them relatively soon. We also last time got an upgrade where we now have like multiple equipment slots, I guess they're called. Previously we could only have 1 equipped and it was really lame, and now we can have 2 equipped, and if we equip 2 that are the same like style or equipment set, then you get like an extra like bonus skill. So it was like a pretty big level up for our characters. And we've also been grinding our way through a bunch of what I think are like end game challenges to get us our like ultimate skills, but like frankly they all seem really like lame. Like none of them seems very good, and they're very difficult to get, but I don't know, I'm something of a completionist by nature, depending on the game and exactly how it's played, of course. Last week I also almost clicked new game. Let's not new game. Let's same game. I've been talking for like a really long time. Did we check the cat calendar today? I genuinely don't remember, but it's important to be sure. Also, I've been doing voices for this game, and I just keep constantly forgetting them. Just go with it. Oh, a cat calendar. It's got some jokes. Let's see today's joke. What sport do cats play? Hairball. He never has a reaction to those. Which says he's also a completionist and is 90 hours into Cyberpunk 2077 and 20% done with the story. That's... There you go. That's a lot is what that is. Alright, so yeah, I think we have one more, like, ultimate skill quest or whatever, and then we have... We spied on them. Batu likes us. We did the gift-giving thing. Is that the same chapter? Weird graffiti at the stadium? When did that happen? I don't remember that. We're gonna get warmed up by doing the last challenge. I guess. Unclear if we'll ever use any of these abilities. They seem just real, but wow. This doesn't look good. There are multiple enemies with 16 health and 2 magical armor. Wow, this doesn't look good at all. We're on this back line. These dudes don't have armor. They have 3 health. Rogi seems like he's probably pretty good here with all these like little strings of rivers. Those can be nice because enemies will struggle to get close to you, and then I can sort of use his grappling ability to pull him across and into danger. Really not precisely sure what the game wants me to do about like all of these things. These evil salt shakers of doom. You're up to level 50, and when you do a story mission, starting as you stare at people and they catch fire. I mean, that seems fine, right? I have to have Sir Artemain the Cavalier because this is his challenge. I feel like I want Rogi based on the board. I kind of feel like I want Jania as the 3rd. Because I feel like the only realistic way to deal with the army of salt shakers is to have them battle each other. Oh, you know what? If I remember correctly, we did something at the end of last time where, yeah, I had to, like, switch off of my preferred equipment set for the Cavalier. Although, we actually probably are still in that territory. For the reason that, like, all of those big evil salt shakers have, like, double magical armor. Yeah, that's honestly probably better. Trample can give more tactics points if we have multiple things. That's probably not going to be super relevant here. Grapple gets an additional range and movement that is helpful. I think is good. Like when stuff is confused, they hurt each other more. If she knocks something out with her basic attack, it's more attack points. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen either. And then Rogi, you're good. Keep doing you. Goes fast. He hurts more with backstab style effects, and oh yeah, if he's standing in a ground effect, he gets more damage. It does feel like a lot of those aren't going to be relevant right now. Gosh, and what is this? Some kind of super archer? I don't know if I've seen this before. I think the closest enemy. That's kind of interesting. This feels like it's gonna go bad. Hit the whole map. Attacks target every square between the attacker and the target. I mean, that's more like... I mean, they can sort of target the whole map in terms of range, I guess. Yeah, range is 9. That tracks. But they still have to have, like, straight line of sight. This game doesn't do diagonals, like, at all. Just, like, no diagonals are relevant. Alright, well... good luck to me. Maybe what I want to do here... trample through 2 of them to charge up tactics points, and also just to, like, do a bunch of damage. Her movement is farts, huh? That is just not impressive. I guess? I mean, with these archers where they're positioned, like, I'm definitely gonna take some damage here. Like, I'm definitely just gonna get shot. I don't think there's any way around that. I do really wish that she could, like, move at all. That is like no movement, basically. It's a real downer. What I had wanted to do was, like, move Rogi here, have him, like, push this guy to death, and then have her, like, move just, like, 1 tile further up here. It could still potentially put me in a bad spot, but, like, I don't think it should be, like, that bad? Well... range on that attack also isn't good enough to do anything right now. That's just really not good, is what all that amounts to. Can you move? Dude. That's real gross. I think in order to avoid taking, like, a whole bunch of damage, I kind of have to stick with plan A, which just, like, unfortunately leaves Dania stuck. Oh no, she can move around. That put her at risk of being shot by Elvira, Lady of the Shooting Infinitely. Like, what's most important to me? just don't have that much health. What is their, like, targeting criteria? Health, least health. Let me ask myself a hypothetical question. Any angle at which I'm able to attack such that I, like, hit this guy? There appears to be no. It would be really nice if I could. God, I hate the attack pattern on this move so much. I said it before, I said it 10,000 times last week, and I will continue to say it because it's just bad and confusing and not particularly good. I really do think that the thing that makes the most sense is to just move her up one and be, like, really sad about it. I feel like I just don't want to take a whole bunch of damage here. I guess it's just 2, but, like, then I'm just gonna, like, chase her forever, and I feel like she's really important to my game plan. So, yeah, everyone but her has made their attack, and that's all fine. It's interesting, the archer moved in a way I was not expecting. Oh, can I get in range to confuse those enemies? I would love that so much. I really now wish that I had moved. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I mean, I think with this, I mean, I literally hit, like, every enemy that isn't this one, right? I'm understanding that correctly, right? Flickering. The thing that's confusing to me is, like, this one is sort of highlighted, and I don't feel like they should be. Because Command and Call has chaining, I should be able to attack adjacent to it, which is, like, just at the edge of my range. And, confuse all of them. And I think I can use my other 2 characters' turns to, like, kill the guys who aren't confused. Which ideally sets me up really well. Unclear if that'll actually happen. Yeah, I mean, it's hitting, like, all of them. Like, just that whole big cluster that, like, I don't know why. How did this one get hit by that, though? That's what I don't... That's confusing to me. The range of... Great, no, that shouldn't do it. Whatever, it's fine. It's good confused. It's the good kind of confused. Actually, here's a thought. I'm gonna take a step forward and then use my grapple to kill this guy. Otherwise, next turn... Yeah, I can't get, like, behind him. So otherwise, like, next turn I'd have to, like, spend a bunch of movement to, like, proceed towards the enemies. So I'm gonna grapple to death. I mean, it's going pretty well. It's never quite clear how the confusion's gonna play out because, like, there's not, like, an obvious initiative order that I'm aware of. And like, I've noticed sometimes when I do, like, confusion to a big group, some of the characters just opt not to attack, and it feels like that's cheating, in my opinion. But, you know, you do you, game, I suppose. Here, does anyone have, like, burst attacks I need to care about? In terms of my placement of my dude? I just have so much health? It's, like, too much health. Okay, I don't think so. So, in that case, I'm going to... Weird, it just sort of lost selection. Probably this. So yeah, we killed everyone who's not confused, and now we're gonna see what they do. Well, the super archer died to the regular archer, so that's interesting. Having a little party over there, I see. Okay. It's a little on fire here now. Just slightly on fire. Okay, so I have like a ranged attack I can use now because my tactics points are charged up. Only does 3 damage. They have like... Well, I think at this point they have like 13 health. It's still like a lot of health, regrettably. It's possible that, like, in this arrangement, all of my tactics points should be spent on confusion, which means I need to spend another round waiting for that to work. I mean, I wouldn't say that that went badly, but that didn't go, like, great for me. I mean, they definitely don't deal enough damage that I expected them to, like, kill each other, but, like, didn't really do that much damage, and now there's a bunch of fire, and now they're also in, like, awkward positions. But I still think that was the best thing to do, because it stopped them from attacking me for a turn, and dealt them a bunch of damage. The idea here that because they have, like, charge attacks, that, like, if I position myself right against the water, that they can't, like, trample over me. That same awkward problem that I have as Cavalier. I also have... We're trying to work up to his ultimate unlocked. It's 10 tactics points per use. That was 8 damage, and pushes 3, which feels entirely unnecessary. With his range of 1. Helpful, but even that doesn't just, like, outright kill one of these guys, so I doubt it's worth spending 10 tactics points on it. I also have the points to consider trying to smoke bomb, which would clear out the fire, but only until they, like, made another charge attack and spawn more fire. Maybe if I wanted to be really aggressive and, like, get into this area to position for better attacks next turn, smoke bomb would be okay, but, like, I'm not even positioned that I can hit all of them, so, like, that's not ideal. Just positioning myself against the bushes so they can't trample me is probably the best I could do with the Cavalier. Yeah, magic armor 1? That's so lame. I'd like to kill it with my stupid, bad, terrible attack. Movement do you guys get? 3. The closest ones can move like 1, 2, 3. So no one should be able. Well, since they have like trample style attacks, I think they could, but only like in a straight line from wherever they move to. As long as I don't break this line with my characters, I don't think this guy can trample me. Can he go over the water? Slightly unclear about that. That might be possible. This one would be like... basically the same. So, with that all in mind... I think I want to grapple again. I think in this position, Rogue can't get trampled this turn? Oh, I only had to kill the regular enemies? Oh, that's so much easier. I would have just used the tactics power if I knew that was going to end the thing. Whatever. As far as I can tell, none of that matters. That's all just bragging rights. I've lost track of how many I have and haven't completed that way. Alright, I think that should be the last of our, like, ultimate abilities. And as you may have witnessed during my attempt to be, like, strategy, I just don't think they're good at all. I just really don't think they're good. They're like they're both overcosted and most of them seem underperformed. I haven't tried them because they're very difficult to set up. Also the game, like, at least at where we're at in the game, does not really encourage you to use them. Because, like, those like requirements for the imaginary good ranks, they usually want you to use 2 tactics powers, and if you spend 10 tactics points on 1 power, pretty sure that it still counts as 1, so, like, there's really nothing in this game that makes me want to try using them. One of the better ones is the super hard rogue kick, and, like, it does 8 damage. Does 8 damage. That's all I have to say about that. I guess the only thing to do is check out the stadium graffiti. What's Kelly, everyone's favorite? The true secret to a classic practical joke is finding the right mix between shock and confusion. She gets it. I honest to goodness do not remember to any degree what this stadium graffiti is, or anyone mentioning it, or anything. Oh, it's here. Oh my, are you gonna be like this again, OBS? I swear to God. Wow, it really is. Oh no, that is right. Someone mentioned this. It's the symbol of Willemauser, the large miniature that we stole from the principal. Wow, it really is that symbol from the book, Willemauser. The very sigil of the gatekeeper. Oh, hey. It's huge. Did someone really sneak out here last night and paint this whole thing? I mean, it's a relatively simple shape. I don't feel like it would necessarily take that long. Like, I feel like size only scales into, like, duration of graffiti if you, like, fill in a big colorful mural or something along those lines. Indeed, what sort of miscreant could have done such a thing? I mean, Jacob swears he didn't do it, and I believe him. He's not exactly shy about taking credit for vandalism. But if it wasn't him, then who? No one else knows about the figurine, right? Unless... could Enfield have spray painted it? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would he do that? Quite the conundrum indeed. Fortunately, there is another promising lead that you must follow. Me? In addition to this ominous graffiti, another mystery appeared last night. The curious sinkhole. Isn't that just the result of school incompetence, though? Unlikely. Alicia, you must know by now that there are no coincidences in this world. Investigate the sinkhole and return to me with your findings. And what will you be doing exactly? There are many mysteries on campus today, friend Alicia. For example, my former clubmate Scarlett has mysteriously vanished. I'm attempting to divine her last location. Was she going for a swim in the sinkhole? To overcome this much mystery, we must divide and conquer. There is much to do for both of us. Okay, I guess I'll let you know what I find. Excellent. I'll await your findings in the club room. Wow, that sure is that is a sinkhole. I was somehow expecting it to be less dramatic than that. But, yeah, if in case you don't recall, it was supposed to be a skating rink, but in reality it was like just a cold, wet pool with like a couple of very large ice cubes in it. Now it's definitely a sinkhole is what that is. Guess that explains the noise last night. I know Jania really thinks this thing is connected somehow, but I don't know. This sort of disaster is pretty par for the school, to be honest. Oh, hey, that's those ghouls. That's those girls from the school paper over there. Maybe they'll know something about what's going on. Why not ask Armando? Armando's probably right. It does look pretty dangerous. Maybe that's why we don't ask him, is because he won't say anything to us with words. Hi, you work for the school newspaper, right? That's right. Do you have any information about the sinkhole, or perhaps the strange graffiti that appeared outside the stadium? Actually, I was about to ask you that. Are you covering the story? Both of them. It's a heck of a news day, let me tell you. It's all we could do to keep up with it. And on top of that, a ton of students are out sick today. Maybe there's some kind of epidemic. Or hey, do you think maybe they fell into the sinkhole? One story at a time, Becky. You know, a sane student would have set foot in that rank before or after it became a giant chasm. Besides, class attendance is down by 22%. I doubt 22% of the student body accidentally fell into the sinkhole. I mean, it'd be a pretty good news story if they did. It wouldn't be a good news, but it'd be a good news story. Yeah, you're probably right. If that many kids piled up in that hole, we'd be able to see them from up here. That'd be an award-winning photo, though. See, that's more or less what I'm saying. Well, thanks for your speculation. Now students are missing? I wanted to narrow down these mysteries, not add more to the pile. I should let Jania know. Okay, I guess we're done here very quickly. Is that Loomis or Umbra? Whoa, who are you?
We are those who have been wronged and set aside.
What?
You are the enemy. You have tried to destroy us, but now we have the gatekeeper. Your reckoning will come sooner than you think.
What? A reckoning? What did I do? Can't we talk this, huh? I didn't say anything before you left and you're kind of just gone now. What the heck? Who even was that? I should probably tell the club about this. I don't like that this chapter is like a bunch of stuff happens at us, compared to some of the earlier chapters, which are more straightforward, like, you do a thing, or choose to do a thing. So, did you find the others? Yeah, man, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening around campus today. I don't even know where to start. That graffiti is seriously creepy, and it's definitely that sigil we saw in the Illa Mauser book. Has to be whoever stole the figurine, right? We're the only ones who know about the statue other than Enfield, so someone must have stolen the figurine, seen the sigil on the base, and spray painted it. Well, here's hoping they're dumb enough to get caught. That way the principal gets back the monument to his failure, and Jacob's theft doesn't get the team disqualified from the tournament. Are you sure we shouldn't... Yo, we're back. Oh no, I knew she'd be back for revenge. What's she doing here? I'm a demon come to sit on your chest at night and devour your dreams! She will be joining our investigation. She's very knowledgeable about the occult and will be a valuable asset. And so we have designed a CNC character for her. What? Seriously? No way. There's no way she's capable of the discipline required to play curses in catacombs. Blow it out your ear, you festering armpit boil. Just because you declared yourself King Nerd doesn't mean I couldn't kill at this game. Colin can deal with this. This isn't my problem. This is Colin's problem. Oh yeah? Bet you don't even know the effective light radius of a torch. Bet I could find out by lighting you on fire! You see? She's full of practical problem-solving solutions. Look, she clearly doesn't even like us. I'm not writing her into the campaign. Well, do not say it. I could try writing something for her. I'm sure it won't be so bad. What character are you playing, Baphomet? One that's gonna blow your little loser minds. She will be a Hellion. Hellion? Seriously? You can't play one of those. That's a monster class. They're demons. See? I told you they wouldn't be able to handle it. No, I can work something out if that's really what you want. I mean, they're usually evil, but maybe our character had a change of heart? If I described to you what was in her heart, you would turn to stone from pure despair! Okay, well then maybe she's working with the party for her own ends. That gives me a few ideas. Just give me a little time and I'm sure I can write something. Mark my words, this will not end well. Never play with an evil character. Oh, Nestor. You want to write an adventure for Baphomet now? I mean, I might as well. It still weirds me out that, like, when you write these, and when you do this, like, little mini-game or whatever to write the quest, that mostly turns out the same regardless. It, like, looks like it's night outside, so it looks like we should advance a day. There's, like, a very specific time at which the game progresses chapters and things. It's weird. Okay, Baphomet's playing a Hellion, an evil race of demons. I'm sure she doesn't want to actually play against the other characters, though. I bet she's really just looking to make friends. I'm sure Baphomet's actually really nice once you get past her whole, you know, deal. Maybe Baphomet's character isn't like other Hellions. Maybe she's different somehow. Alright. Ahoy, Sarah. Welcome to the stream. You're just in time. Apparently, Baphomet wants to join our club now, which means that the evil leader of the New Wave Club is gonna be our new goth Hellion. Unfortunately, they don't sound nearly as cool as the Hellion from Darkest Dungeon. How are you doing on this Friday, Sarah? It's a pleasure to have you as always. So let's see. Baphomet's demon character might be different from other demons. What if she was raised by a kind old man, so she actually likes humans? Well, that doesn't sound like her. Maybe she wants to rebel against the other demons by being peaceful instead of violent. That doesn't sound right either. Maybe she's an outcast from her race because she was born with 2 horns instead of the usual 4? Maybe there's some kind of prophecy about her being a hero of light. I feel like most of these don't really apply. I really feel like the only reasonable choice is this one. Because at least it gives her an excuse to, like, be mad at everyone. Trying to, like, force her to be friends with the others, like, I don't know that that's really gonna work, because she really doesn't like anyone, including us. Yeah, that'll make it a lot easier to hook her in with the other players. There should be, like, a really big threat so they're all forced to work together. We need a scary villain that Baphomet would think is cool. I wonder what Baphomet would think is cool. God, I hope there's a really just stupid option. Maybe I could at least think of a dark and mysterious name. Let's start with a cool but creepy name. The Midnight Dragon. The Raven Queen. The Haunted Rose. The Spider Beyond. Or I could just go with the Hornetrix again, because I assume the group likes it. I've used it twice already. I really appreciate that that's an option. I think that's really funny. I really don't think that would be good. It is a stupid option. I also like the name Spider Beyond. It's a very good name. I'm really torn between those options because I think Spider Beyond is a very good name, and I think it's just really funny to use Hornatrix again just because it's such a stupid option. I mean, it's kind of the group's fault for not making it clearer that I shouldn't just always have the villain be Hornatrix, right? Okay, I tell you what, we're gonna let fate take the wheel here. Okay, so here's OBS. Odds, Spider Beyond, even Hornatrix. Dimension the dice. Odds it is Spider Beyond. Perfect. She can join forces with the heroes for a common cause, and in the process find the good in herself. But I guess I still need a way to get her together with the party in the first place. Okay, maybe she's heard rumors about how strong the party is and decides to test them. That kind of sounds plausible. She received some kind of vision in a dream that she would need their help? That doesn't sound like her. Maybe the Spider Beyond's cronies attack her and the party has to come rescue her? That could work, but I think is less fitting of Baphomet than the top one. Or maybe she has a connection to one of the party members, like Rogi befriended her as a child. I mean, Rogi does seem like the member of the group she's most likely to actually get along with. But, I don't know, I'm really inclined to think that top one makes the most sense. I mean, it does mean that we would, like, fight her, but I feel like that's kind of how she would want to be introduced to this. So, like, I don't know, more so than the other characters, I don't actually assume that choosing things that, like, don't intuitively feel like they would appeal to this new addition to the team will, like, cause a game over or some sort of bad end or whatever. But, like, I don't know, I can't help myself but, like, try to actually roleplay trying to make this work, and I feel like the top one makes the most sense. Test your might. Nice. I think that's a good starting place. I think this is going to go really well. Jacob's back. We can play some CNC now. What else do we have going on? I mean, all the quests are the same thing. It's a little awkward that our next opponent, or our next round opponent, is a team of 2. I assume by the rules that we established earlier in the tournament that we will still be able to use 3 characters against them. But much like any time someone summons a 0-attack monster in a Yu-Gi-Oh anime, I can't help but be suspicious of the fact that they have fewer than the average number of opponents, and that they must have some secret monster ability that will be really bad for me. Wait, I almost forgot. I found something really weird. Aha! Your investigation proved fruitful. Full of fruits. Well, not exactly. It's kind of hard to say. I didn't find anything of interest at the sinkhole. Which is inherently kind of weird because it's a sinkhole? But I was looking around campus and this really weird person confronted me all of a sudden. Someone in a scary mask. I'm not sure what they were doing, but they talked about the gatekeeper. Sounds like they must be the one who stole the figurine. Mysterious! The plot thickens. They didn't try to threaten you or anything, did they? They did say something about a reckoning. Also, they very literally took credit for stealing the figure and said it was in their possession. Which does also mean that they broke into my dorm room, which isn't super chill. I don't know if that was meant to be a threat or not, but it definitely wasn't friendly. Worry not. I shall add this to our dossier. I can feel that all these clues are connected, and after we triumph in these next battles, we'll be able to deduce how. I mean, it does seem like there's a good chance that they've assembled a team, like a counter team of people from the clubs we've beaten to make some sort of super group. Curse of the Spider Beyond. Rules. Hecate deals At least 25 damage or defeat all enemies. That's weird. Can take 8 damage. Want to do it in less than 3 turns. I never remember any of these criteria. Battle Stardom. So, Baphomet, what's your character's name? Spoiler alert, it's Hecate. I'm Hecate, daughter of darkness! Okay, well, Hecate, even though Hellions are usually evil, you're different. They've treated you like an outsider your whole life, so in response... Nope, Hecate's totally evil! You're right that she's not like other Hellions because they're lame! Hecate only works alone! Okay, but we need you to work with the party, so... Let's say you heard a rumor going around the underworld. Hushed whispers about powerful heroes who beat the dreaded Hornatrix. Such a fearsome opponent. You decided to test them to see if they could actually be a threat to you. You pose as an ordinary civilian and hire a group of bandits to ambush you right as they arrive, to see what they're capable of. You sure she doesn't just blast them? Your, Hellions are clever and scheming, right? So you need to gauge how strong they are first. Your story. So, adventurers, a lone woman approaches your camp. I attack her. What? Clearly a Hellion, they're an evil race. My character's a paladin devoted to stopping evil. I step in front of Eadwald to halt his attack. Sir Paladin, she seems to be unarmed and is only passing by. We should not strike the first blow. She's evil, though. As heroes, we have a duty to... As you're having this discussion, the bandits attack. I assume I get 2 characters that aren't Hecate. Party select. Yep, okay. You know, I honestly didn't think we were gonna get another character. Is that on me? That might be on me. But she's got magic armor. Hey, what's... I mean, I should probably... We battled her. I should probably have some sense... Oh my god, there's so many more things to unlock. That's mildly unsettling. Really thought we were close to being done unlocking stuff. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm definitely going to be yawning. I'm very tired. So yeah, right? Like, she has to, like, just explode with anger. Oh, and if they hit you first, you do more. That's interesting. I get much more than that. So she's in good position to do a bunch of damage. She's surrounded and has a burst attack. That's cool. That's cool. What are our big threats here? We got magic armor, druid, some just like generic-ish monsters. Anything that doesn't have like particular like armor or abilities to their attacks are kind of just generic monster in my mind. I kind of lumped this guy, the assassin, in with them, but he does have ambush, which is obnoxious. For some reason, I'm inclined to say that my party should be composed of the rogue, the cavalier, and the hellion. I should finally be able to re-equip my preferred stuff and gain trample for chaining, which I'm still not sure I've had a chance to test at all. I think everyone's like ultimate now, right? Just for my own mental bookkeeping. Everyone except the new one. Fair enough. I don't know, maybe Cavalier isn't right. I mean, I guess the way this field is set up, like, turn one's gonna be rough regardless. Could use his, like, arrow to wipe out something from range. Most of the things I would want to target aren't in straight line of fire from the area where I have to put my characters to begin with. Is his movement up too? Oh, because I switched off the one that was giving him the bonus movement. Is the bonus movement worth enough that I would rather... that? I want to test something. This here doesn't really change my ability to move or attack. Yeah, I don't think the Cavalier is going to be very helpful on the first turn. Cavalier isn't good here. I mean, I think Rogue is probably good. Rogue is just, like, generically strong. Has some, like, good options. Keeping the peak. Can I move her? She's fixed, right? Might change my plans a bit if I could switch her into the other field. Is this a paladin field? This might actually be a paladin type board. Even though I traditionally hate this game's paladin quite a lot. It's up to 3. Oh yeah, that Berserker ability's pretty good. Yeah, sure, whatever, sure. I don't know, something like this. The first turn, like, looks like it's gonna suck regardless, so I don't feel like there's too much strategy I can apply here, but I think this selection of characters will be generally good against what I'm facing. You don't have to defend me. I'm not hopeless. I attack the bandits too. Like I'm gonna sit around when I could be causing bloodshed. Try to keep up, nerds. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm just supposed to attack here. Oh, I see. That's like not really enough to like kill them, huh? Always misunderstand what his ability does. Hey, False Alchemist, welcome to the stream. You're here to lurk? Well, you're most welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having a lovely Friday.
Jason!
Jason. Worth it to kill 2 enemies here by using Stun Hammer Slam. It uses like a whole tactics ability, but minimizes the damage that I'm taking. Both want to attack her. How much damage do these guys do? More than I want. I mean, she would take 2 damage, which is probably within reason. I think I'm allowed up to 8. Wait. Wow, maybe I've completely misunderstood how this attack works the whole time. So if he's in the middle of, like, a cross-section of enemies, he attacks, like, all of them, just, like, impact outward? That's not how I thought that worked. But it makes this turn a whole lot easier for me to understand. I did show an animation of me, like, blading something. His weapon was clearly a hammer. Everyone's going for her. Move the least amount possible. Can't move far enough to do what I want, right? Yeah. Alright, so, like, hypothetically... If I moved here, I could do that. Which is like a lot, but what if instead of that? That's like way less good. So wait, now my basic attack works the way that I think that my super attack should work? Man, Paladin's just real confusing. Okay then. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is configured such that I should do this. And I think what I would like to do... Oh no, I shouldn't do that quite. So kill the weakest one and knock that guy back. Alternatively, I can kill this moderately sized one and damage the other one. Yeah, it doesn't seem good. Bonk.
Sir?
I guess bonked out of the way, and then... I could hard kick something as rogue. That's an option I have. I don't think this is good. It does excessive damage to one target. I do feel like I want to smoke bomb, but I don't know where I'm supposed to smoke. So I make like a 9 grid when I do that. Take out more than like 2 people. Actually, let me see something. Oh, I can't target that spot, huh? Move here? Can do that? It does kill like an awful lot of enemies. It does mean that I will take 2 assassin attacks worth of damage. But then I should be able to smush them really hard, and even at that, that's a total of like 7 damage, which is still in parameters for the mission. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Like I'm about to take a bunch of damage, but I already have like a tactical ability charge. Yeah, 4 to her, and it should be 3 to the other guy because he has physical armor. So what I hopefully am able to do is, like, use a super ability on one and team up on the other. This one's already, like, mostly damaged anyway. Explode! This guy's a bunch of armor, huh? That feels like a problem. I literally can't kill him this turn. I think that there is a better way to do that, since she only has the one attack and it basically does just enough to kill the other one. Huh. How many turns I have to do this? Not that I'm all that concerned about it. Move him and then use the stun on him. My other ability, just like it does like the same amount of damage. It's like almost exactly the same thing. It's frankly annoying. Actually, wait. It doesn't actually... Daze doesn't actually stop him from attacking. It just means he does 2 less damage. So... I'm gonna reset turn, because there's a slightly smarter way to do that. I move here... Grappling from there. Do the same amount of damage with Rogi. But, like, he won't be able to move to attack Rogi, and thus should be forced to attack him who has armor, and he'll do less damage, so, like, I should still be fine in terms of the amount of damage I'm allowed to take. Alright, that should be fine. Doing it the other way just means I take unnecessary extra damage. I keep thinking that that Daze ability, like, stuns one character for a turn, because it feels like that is commensurate with the difficulty of using those abilities, and yeah, it turns out the Paladin just kind of sucks, is where we're at. And with a hammer. Okay, he dead now? Yeah, it was somehow more turns than they wanted me to take, and I frankly don't care, but I find that silly. I don't know what they would have wanted me to do there.
It seems that these heroes are just as you've heard, stalwart companions dedicated to the service of good.
Well, she's just gonna eat them. You really have to, like, know your audience, Alicia, dang.
They tell you of their current mission. They're en route to destroy the dark forces of your own arch nemesis, the Spider Beyond.
You have acquitted yourself well, traveler. Would you like to join us on our quest? We could use someone of your talents. Wait, the Spider Beyond? Beyond what? Sarah predicted this outcome like 10 minutes ago. Oh, I bet it's beyond redemption. I hope not, though.
It's an unknowable being from somewhere beyond this world. They say you would go mad beholding its true shape, even though it's just like a really big spider.
But yeah.
So, Hecate, the The Spider Beyond is your sworn enemy. This is a chance to show that you're more powerful than she could ever hope to be. Do you join the party's crusade? Nah, pass. You nerds are too boring. I'm done here. Great. What a pointless interlude. Apparently I needed some sanctioned activity waiver from a school club to get out of wearing a uniform. Spent an hour participating in this club to get one, so now I'm gone. See you in the Phlegathon, losers. Phlegathon? No, I got nothing. Hey, what? I never heard about any kind of waiver. So she was just using us after all. That's what we get for trusting her. Like player-like character, I guess. Evil characters always end up trying to kill the rest of the party in our sleep. And aliens are pure evil. I mean, not just that people who do bad things. They were, like, made by an evil god. Yeah, but, like, what even is evil anyway? Is your warrior evil for killing rabbits to eat? Or, like, if a guy stole a loaf of bread for some kids, does that count as evil? To that, I refer you to the 12 pages in the player's guidebook laying out a clear and unambiguous definition of evil. Intriguing. Baphomet had some strong opinions on that interpretation when I brought it up. She posited that those definitions are written to limit humanity after the shadow war between the heavens and the true underworld. Too bad we never got to see whether Hecate could find the missing Nephilim and restore balance to the demon realm. Wait, literally what? Indeed, when she was explaining her ethos to me earlier, Baphomet shared her bold and detailed narrative regarding demonological matters. She is very passionate about it. Story of heavens and hells and forbidden loves and secret wars and the lone brave demon who could set it all right. That's why I suggested she play C&C. Her dedication to storytelling quite reminded me of you, Alicia. But then, why'd she leave? And also, why would you not tell me this like hours ago? That I do not know. Perhaps we disappointed her. I hope my writing didn't disappoint her. I really thought that it would help. Oh no, maybe I accidentally upset her. I should really go find her. Seriously, why? She doesn't even want to play with us. Isn't it best for everyone if she just leaves? But why was she here in the first place? I have to at least try and find out what went wrong. Well, hypothetically, she was here because she wanted a waiver. Friend. It's not exactly a mystery, but sure. Where do we think, okay. Before we just check every place, where do we think Baphomet is? If I was a Baphomet, where would you find me, like, in my natural habitat? I mean, she used to hang out in that unfindable place on the quad, but I don't literally think there's a way to get there. And also that was for her old club, so that might not even be it. Basement. I mean, basement's a good suggestion. Although I feel like our club room is probably the closest thing this campus has to a basement. I suppose we could just go check everywhere. I feel like there should be an obvious answer to this. It doesn't come to mind. If I highlight the buildings, will it tell me which one she's in? I assume not, because it is my current quest. I could try asking her former clubmates about stuff. Oh, she's at the quad. She's at the quad! Is she in the unfindable place? Oh, you're hanging out here, Jacob. Man, a lot of stuff is happening around here, huh? Lots to do. Glad I don't have any kind of work ethic. That sounds exhausting. Same. I accidentally clicked on the statue. Oh, she's just here. Okay. Thought I was gonna have to ask her friend, mate, or whatever. Hey, Baphomet, it seemed like you were kind of having fun, so what happened? I told you, you nerds are boring. I mean, a bandit attack? The Spider Beyond? Really? I have all kinds of killer ideas for Hecate. Your stuff is lame. Oh. You think it's lame. Can I ask why? Don't take it personally. You can't please everyone, and you shouldn't give a swear what I think. But I wrote this story for you, to show you what I think is special about CNC. Can I ask about your ideas for Akate? I'd love to hear them. Why bother? So you can have a cheerful new addition to your little team of misfits? You're right. You say you want to hear my ideas, but you don't care about me. You just want to make me into someone I'm not. Let's see. I should ask her to come back as a personal favor, or maybe I should ask her to do it as a friend. I should challenge her to a Gundam fight match. Oh, I get it. You're scared like a little baby wavy who wet her nappy. What? Yeah, I don't think you can cut it with our CNC group. I think that you're so lame that you're literally too lame to play tabletop RPGs with a bunch of middle schoolers. You're intimidated because we beat you in the snowball tournament. Don't flatter yourself. If those dorks in hats weren't actively getting in my way, I would have torn you to shreds! I see you trying to play it all cool. I bet if you come back for one more session, I could convince you to stay. I dare you. Do you have a death wish? That's not an answer. I'm still daring you. In fact, I double dare you. And the only way out now is to accept a physical challenge. This is dumb. Okay, fine. One more chance. Only to see how your goody two-shoes underdog act responds to real darkness. Great, this time I'm gonna write something that really works for you. Will you help me? Fine, I guess you need it. You wanna write the story again with Baphomet's help now? If not, you can always go to your own room and somehow this will still work. I mean, it's literally, it's all we got going. Okay. I like that the music changed because we have a collaborator. Okay, so I want our campaign to be able to help you tell your story instead of frustrating you. What can I do to make you feel more involved? Well, for one thing, you tried forcing some tragic past on Hecate when she already has her own! She's the daughter of King Arachnus. Arcanius, Lord of the Hellions. Hecate doesn't agree with her father's policies on the Nephilim. She's dedicated to overthrowing him. That's the conflict she cares about, not some stupid spider. Maybe we could tie the spider beyond into Arcanius somehow? It's spelled suspiciously like Arachnus. Really? What would the spider beyond have to do with the King of Hellions? Alright, maybe she made a deal with the Demon King to give her power when he takes over the Earth. Or maybe she's an assassin that your father hired to kill you. Or maybe the spider isn't a single person, but a cult dedicated to worshipping your father. Or he's a demon, and King Arcanius, I hate that name, it just is not natural to me at all. Arcanius has been possessing the spider beyond the whole time. I kind of like the assassin here. I feel like that's kind of metal. But also, like, the spider beyond being a cult is kind of interesting. Because then it's, you know, like, if they're all, like, super dedicated to her demon lord father, then, like, she has a pretty intrinsic motivation to just want to squash them all. Because, like, she doesn't like her father, so she obviously wants to, like, tear through his support or whatever. I can't decide which of these I like because I feel like Assassin is going to be like a big boss style encounter, and the cult choice probably means it's like a field full of dudes. And like those both have their own strengths and weaknesses. I don't know that I've found one to be particularly preferable to the other in this game. It kind of depends on some of the specifics that there'd be no way to know.
I mean, I guess the cult might be better, because they're probably gonna make me use Baphomet to, like, continue unlocking her skills. And I feel like Baphomet is stronger against groups of things, so let's go with the cult, I guess.
Didn't you already say she was one person? Yeah, but I don't mind changing that. We can say that the cult is named after her. She's the leader. Well, there you go. That works. Hecate would want to shut that down. Tell me something, though. Oh, no. Tell me something, though. If you want me to tell Hecate's story, why should I play your little game instead of writing it on my own? Well, C&C is a great way of putting you in situations you wouldn't have thought of yourself. It's easier to think of ideas when you can bounce them off of other people, from what I've found. Okay then, tell me about this great challenge you've got in store for Hecate.
How about she's framed for all the evil things that happen in the world, or what if she gets all her powers taken away and has to live as a human? Or maybe a bunch of devils from the future are trying to stop her from causing a great calamity. Or getting along with humans is challenging. I feel like, similar to before, I feel like only one of these realistically fits this character. I mean, like, the second one kind of does, but I don't think she'd go for it. But I feel like she's trying to stop the end of or she's trying to cause the end of the world, and, like, other evil forces are trying to stop her is something that she'd, like, just get mad about them and want to punch them. Because she wants to end the world, and that sounds metal. Alright.
Yes, nothing makes a story turn into sci-fi nonsense faster than time travel. Okay, well, if that doesn't work, then what sort of great challenge were you thinking? Maybe just focus on the next session. How does the situation with the spider beyond end up? There's at least some crap fight they get into, right?
What about a summoning portal to manifest the king's army in this world, which you have to close? Or maybe there's a pair of Arcanius' most powerful generals opening a rift of pure darkness in this world. Only you know how to stop. Or you could have a special power that you have to use at the right moment to bring out your true form and defeat the spider beyond. I don't know. I'm kind of curious what her true form would be. I don't know if that's, like, an intrinsic ability of the Hellion character. I feel like the top one here, the summoning portal to bring the king's army into this world, is something she would want to stop, though. And then trust my instincts.
That might be interesting. Depends on what you do with it. Okay, I'll come up with some good details before we play. After that, the story should end with a bang. Gotta go out in style with some real... I don't even know what implied swear that is. Maybe I set fire to the sky or transcend the world, bring a new age of darkness. But, what if you want to come back? Shouldn't we have some kind of hook for your character continuing on with the team? That's optimistic of you. Well, just in case. Daniel said something about your character and Nephilim? Yeah, Nephilim are half celestial, half demon. Hecate is a Nephilim, but her father's trying to destroy them all. There's clearly some kind of dark secret about her past that her father isn't telling her. So Hecate's on a journey to uncover her past while staying one step ahead of her father? Maybe... King Arcanius swears revenge against the heroes, so Hecate knows she'll have an opportunity to face him again. As the story finishes up, the villain drops a mysterious hint about Hecate's mother. The party heard a rumor about another Nephilim nearby, just like you. The party is on their way to the site of an ancient battle involving the Nephilim, and Hecate might be able to gain some valuable information there. I mean, the first one here seems most like a Power Rangers villain thing to do. So I feel like most people wouldn't like that. I kind of like the hint about her past. It would hypothetically allow the party to just sort of ignore it if she didn't want to come back, but, like, is relevant enough to her character's interests that she would want to keep playing. Okay. That doesn't really do anything for me. Really? Oh, okay. Let me think. Reason for Kate to stick around to learn about her past. I like that I can insist. This is weird. I don't know how I feel about this exact implementation of this. I appreciate that you don't necessarily just get to do whatever you want, but like, there's enough pushback on it that it's like, well, why don't you just tell me what you want me to do at a certain point? I guess the battle with the Nephilim or something? That one's a little better. I guess it's fine. Not that it'll matter since I'm not gonna stay, but if it makes you feel better. Great, I'm really looking forward to playing this with you. I hope it's what you're looking for. Guess we'll see. Alright, I'll race you, I guess. Time to play game! Good, we can unlock an upgrade for Kate by finishing this. God, her burst attack places fire tiles? Pretty sure I don't like this character. I don't know if this is like just a me thing. I don't really like most of the environmental tiles in this game because they're mostly just like pure downside. So like, why would I want to add more of those to the field? Unless it's like a turn that I know is gonna like kill something. And in a case like, I mean, I guess it deals like an extra fire damage to like enemies that are surrounding her. Maybe it's not the worst. It's like relatively limited in just the spaces around her. Whatever, it's not like I'm gonna equip it. So it's just to deal 20 damage or I kill everything. Turns 2 powers, 10 damage. Banned? I'm sorry. Banned players? I'm pretty sure that's new. I don't think we've had banned players before. I'm sure we're gonna get an explanation for that. Banned players? That feels like that's not in the spirit of inclusive tabletop role-playing. Okay, so, Edwald, you have the highest religious lore stat. Roll to see if you recognize Hecate. He rolled a lot of dice for that. I got a 14. On all of those dice, you rolled a 14? That's a bummer. Excellent. You recognize that Hecate is none other than the daughter of King Arcanius, Lord of the Hellions. My father is leading the underworld into destruction by betraying the Nephilim. I will supplant his rule. You pitiful mortals had best not get in my way. Whoa, she's doing a character voice. I was not expecting that. Yeah, what a surprise. Someone putting effort into a character instead of playing some generic goody-goody knight. King Arcanius is the source of many of the darkest evil beings that make their way into the realm from the fringes of reality. This coup could be a rare opportunity to strike against him and make the realm safer. So are we still doing the Spider Beyond thing, or...? Yes, with Hecate's information, you learn that the Spider Beyond isn't actually a single person, but an evil cult dedicated to worshipping her father. When you described her before, she really sounded like one person, though. Well, she was leading the cult. The cult was named after her. Stop asking questions. My father's minions have secretly been trying to get a foothold into this plane. A portal stands nearby, nearly completed to bring his forces to this world. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Objection. This makes no sense within C&C cosmology. Alicia, it's like you never even read the Aether Realms Compendium. Actually, my name is Colin and I'm the worst. King Arcanius can't have a daughter because Hellions can't reproduce. They're just spontaneously created from hellfire. I wanted to combine the words created and crafted. Crafted from hellfire. Besides, it's well known that Hellions hate humans and would immediately kill any person who tried to seek power from them. Not exactly a great basis for a cult. This really doesn't hold up when you... Perhaps we could be of assistance to you, Hellion. You may not like some of us, but the battle ahead of you requires our help, probably. Maybe even insects like yourselves might assist me, but slow me down and I will feed this Eve on your hearts roasted with absinthe and sage. Excellent! Is a really weird reaction to have to that. This party makes their way towards the portal that Hecate mentioned. I don't join. Nandato? Eadwald wouldn't work with a Hellion, full stop. He's a paladin. I won't betray his character. He's gonna sit this one out. Have fun getting killed in your sleep. But... Don't mind me, go ahead. Work with the Hellspawn who doesn't even want to be here. I didn't mean to... I eagerly anticipate news of what awaits us at the portal. Right, the gates are guarded by the members of the Spider Beyond cult, awaiting their leader. They are surrounded by necromantic energy sucked from the undead to preserve their unnatural lives. I feel like that's backwards. So are you saying that, like, someone else imbued a bunch of undead creatures with necromantic energy, and then these people, like, re-deaded them by taking the necromantic energy that was animating the undead things? Preserve their life? It's not, like, completely implausible, but, like, it just sounds silly and circuitous. They know Hecate is likely to appear here, and they're hoping to take her out before she can sabotage their dark work at the portal. You must first fight your way through them to reach the final battlefield. Interesting. So we're in the center and everyone will come at us, bro? David Mysterium, and welcome to the stream. How are you doing this Friday? Or Saturday if you live in a part of the world where it's already Saturday. Well, on the bright side, the banned character who stormed out of this tabletop role-playing session is the paladin, who sucked most as a character and as like a role-playing character. So, not like a huge loss there. I assume I can't change anything on the Hellion yet, but I can see Soul Vortex. Burst. So, like, all of her abilities are based on Burst, which is, like, the thing that's unexciting about everyone's ultimate ability. Okay. Taking it easy and getting ready for finals on Wednesday. That sounds like a great plan. Good luck in your preparations for the finals. I hope you do well. I'm required to use her this time? Yeah, okay. Wasn't sure, but that makes sense. So... Mage finally starts to seem like it could be a good option again. I feel like these characters are gonna put themselves in a position where I can, like, chain my lightning off of them. As long as that's the case, like, I usually prefer using Mage. She's one of my favorites. If that wasn't obvious from the many, many times I've played her before. And then we have to use the Hellion, and then, the Cavalier? There's, like, enough of them that I might be able to trample over them.
Biggest nuisance would be these magic armor people. Oh, and they have brambles. I hate brambles. I hate brambles, though, is the thing about brambles. I mean, I can unequip his cool stuff again. And, like, turn him into maximum range cavalier. Which wouldn't be the worst, but, like, isn't super exciting. Have any interest in trying to confusion these enemies? I don't know. I'm inclined to say that with this setup, being surrounded on like two different sides, I'd rather have mage's flexibility to just like chain damage when needed. And with there being some like really annoying magic resistant characters, I don't think I'd want to go like double magic character. I mean, I could arguably try to have Hellion do, like, all the physical damage to them. Could also just try to, like, position the Cavalier... Just, like, arrow both of them with physical damage, because I think that does enough damage. But that would take 2 turns and be really awkward. Movement on these guys. Move 2 and have range of 1. I think I will opt to... I'm going to use the Cavalier and I'm going to leave his stupid magic thing. It might cause me a little bit of trouble, but I think that's what I want to do. I'm gonna go up and punch these two. That's all there is to know about that. That's a bummer. That's what that is. Actually, I can move 1 more. Would that let me do what I want to do? I don't think it does, but I'm gonna check before I start the battle. Because I can unequip and go with movement-based style. If I did that, it would let me something. It does 2 damage. Ooh, but what if I did just like take him to the other side? These guys aren't really close enough together that I can trample through them for actual caring about that effect. Huh. I feel like my main choices here come down to what I want to do with Cavalier, assuming I want to use him. And at this point, I'm just going to try that for sure. I can put on the Levuse, which lets me miss the field, which lets me, like, chain attacks against more enemies. Part of me is wondering... if I just ditch a specialization for this battle and like have the maximum amount of move and then just like try to chain lightning across like maximum number of enemies. It sounds interesting to me. I'm gonna try it. It's a little weird, but I'm gonna try it. Make sure I have everything set. Trust you precious heroes don't find it too evil to mutilate a few walking corpses. Nah, we do skeletons all the time. They're like mosquitoes around here. Good, then I'll show you just how enjoyable destruction can be. Soul Vortex. Yeah, the Hellion character's not great either. It seems like most of the value to her character is in response to her taking damage, but this game really frowns on you taking damage, so it doesn't seem like a great ability. So, like, because of the weird combination of things I've done, I should be able to trample this guy and create just, like, an absolute ton of magical mist. So if I just, like, attack this guy, I do damage to, like, just so many dudes. Like, that seems like a good first turn, right? I feel like that's a good first turn. I mean, I guess this one does 3 damage so that she doesn't take damage from them. But druids are going to move closer to her anyway. It's going to move 2. And they have range of 2. Actually super duper annoying. Wait, no, there's really not a way to do more than that. Okay. I guess maybe I don't want to kill these guys off because I think they might block this guy from attacking. I don't know. It's sometimes unclear exactly what range is what. But I think my prevailing sense is that I want the others to get close enough that I can do my tactical ability next turn for massive damage. We'll see how that plays out. It's probably not gonna do what I want. I'm probably just gonna take a bunch of damage. So that's 2, 3, 4. Neither one of them moved in range of that attack, huh? I really hate that just a lot. Oh, and she also died? No, she just took another hit. Yeah, that didn't work out good at all. That worked out, like, real bad. Oh, I see. Didn't faint because she has 1 magical armor, which gives her resistance to bramble damage. So being in brambles doesn't actually affect her. That's mildly interesting. Man, Hellion just sucks, man. Hellion's like... How did they make a character worse than Paladin? Her abilities don't do anything. She just, like, takes damage and then sucks. Like, that's, like, the worst combination of abilities. Ideally, you would take no damage and be awesome. Also, just ever so slightly annoyed about this guy, who I can't attack with the Cavalier without using his, like, ultimate ability. does this one do? Let's see, burst of 3. This is inspired and encouraged. So this does no damage. This is only a buff, right? It doesn't seem helpful at all. Man, these ultimate attacks are such trash. I can't imagine how bad Baphomet's is. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart this battle just because I really didn't think that the characters could attack from where they're at, which like really makes it difficult to do anything reasonable this turn. I'm gonna do mostly the same thing as before because I do really like that strategy. I just like will kill off these characters, I guess, by using her ultimate attack because not doing so didn't help at all in the way I expected it to. And this is like one of my mild frustrations with this game is that like some of the tactical elements of the game are like fiddly enough that even though I have now played like 16 hours of this game or something, sometimes I think I know how stuff works and I don't, and I do nothing but like memorize rules and understand games as a hobby and semi-professionally on stream. So like the fact that after that many hours that like as many things are as unclear or murky as they are, like it doesn't feel great. Like, I don't love having to restart a battle, but it seems really lame and unfair that, like, I get punished for, like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know how the rules work, and then every now and then they just work different. Okay, it still has all my equipment, so I'm just gonna do the same thing as before, and then we'll get back to that same turn, but with, like, less of the stupid I've taken a bunch of unnecessary damage thing. I mean, hypothetically, I guess it's better for me to move here, because then the Cavalier can, like, finish off the last guy on his turn. I guess I will do that. Hey, Top Hat, welcome to the stream. I'm trying to talk into your remote to type this. What are you watching on? Like an Apple TV or something? It came out alright. The technology has improved vastly from where I intuitively feel like it has. Hey, didn't I try aiming Soul Vortex and it like didn't reach that far last time? I swear to God, this game just makes up rules as it goes on. Hey, Arcadius, welcome to the stream. Wintermoor Tactics Club. How are you doing? I take 2 there. I'm gonna take, like, 2 from the druids. So they each do 1, and then they just do a bunch of brambles. Hate them, and they suck. Man, they just suck. They just suck, man. What? At least this character doesn't care about brambles. She has a thing going for her. Punch! Laser punch. I don't know how this character works. Okay, cool. I feel like my primary strategy here was fine. Apparently, if the game had just correctly overlaid my attack pattern, I probably would have been fine the other way too. But I swear it was showing the same burst radius that my basic attack had when I tried to use Baphomet's like ultimate ability, which makes that ability suck like a whole lot more. Let me tell you. guess I might as well explode you with my anger that I genuinely feel towards you in this moment, druid. Hey, congrats on hitting affiliate, Arcadius. That's very exciting. It says this is iSense TV, relatively affordable 4K TV, and the first 4K TV we've ever had. I'm broadcasting from my first ever 4K TV that Katia and some of my friends surprised me with, like about a year ago. I have liked it quite a lot, and it's insane to me to think I've had this TV for a year. I'm actually a little upset now. I unlocked equipment.
Let's see. Hecate, that last attack was really effective, but now you need to roll to save versus poison from the guard's remains exploding.
Is 5 enough? Is 5 a good number on like 12d12?
No, that's literally not even possible. The poison takes hold, and you feel like you're gonna die. What do?
I hold it off through sheer force of will.
I mean, that's what the roll was for, and you failed. Because you rolled less than the minimum amount on a bunch of d12.
I use my psychic abilities to anchor her life force in her body, keeping her from slipping away.
Unfortunately, your psychic abilities don't... Oh, they do work that way, but not on Hellions, it turns out? Man, sometimes these rules are, like, really specific. Sure would be useful if the party had someone around who was able to purify poisons.
Oh, you speak of our paladin who has forsworn his duty.
Even as Hecate lies there, a hideous evil aura begins to consolidate in the portal. The forces of King Arcanius sense Hecate's presence and move to eradicate her. Without Hecate's power, the whole party would be doomed. Rogi, Anjaya, everyone. Sure would be useful if there was a character dedicated to fighting the forces of darkness.
Fine. I hasten to the battlefield, unwilling to let my comrades suffer without me, no matter who they choose to ally with.
And you purify Hecate's poison status?
Yes, I purify Hecate's poison status.
She wakes just in time as the remainder of the Spider Beyond arrives on the battlefield. Parentheses, this time referring to the cult, not the character, but then also accompanied by their fearsome leader, the Spider Beyond, parentheses, this time referring to the leader, not the group of cultists. Was that all very clear? The ground begins to shake and the portal glows ominously. You must defeat the summoners at each nexus point before they finish opening it. Prepare for battle.
Are we actually gonna like put rules on that? Thanks, Sarah. I have a lot of practice ugging.
We're prepared for battle. Does that mean I have time to go get snacks? Sure, maybe we could all use a break. I'd hate to cut this next battle short.
I mean, am I supposed to do something? I'm a little confused here because the only quest I have is to like finish playing this game. So like, why does it not just like inherently... There is in fact a large bread behind me. There's actually two, depending on your definition. I mean, this is quite clearly bread and large. This is pretty clearly bread, and it's like medium size. But it's like pretty big bread. This one, that's big bread. Gosh, every time I click out of this window. And we're back. Alright. If I complete this, then I get another equipment, which gives her base punch attack. Plus 2 attack points if she hits 3 or more enemies. God, that sounds dreadful. This character is bad. The character is not good and I don't like it. Sarah thinks the Squirtle's behind the bread. What? Why do you say that? I mean, noted. But what a wild guess. Because the couch is bread now. Okay, that's actually pretty reasonable. So apparently the cultists are elvish archers. The horde surrounds you. It's time for the final battle. I don't expect any gratitude for healing you, demon. Simply trying to aid my friends. Oh, how sweet. Well, your friends are about to get eviscerated by Hellspawn. So you might not want to scorn my help right now. It's definitely gonna make me play with that bad character again, right? Yeah, just checking. I feel like if I left the same combination of equipment on the Cavalier, I might be able to chain a bunch of damage early on here. But then I don't really have much in the way of, like, being able to take out these horrible elves. These feel like these are gonna be super bad. They have, like, double magic armor. Sarah says how cute they're flirting. Do you think that they'll end up together by the end of the game? That would be fun. I would enjoy that twist. And I don't mean the end of this session, because I find that extremely unlikely, but, like, the actual game, maybe they protest too much or whatever. Arts, man. Shoot. Dang. I just, like, I keep trying to think of any party composition I don't hate, and I just keep remembering that I have to play the Hellion and how much I dislike it. Like, it's just like, I could come up with a strategy here that'd be pretty good. That definitely doesn't involve the Hellion at all, because she's super garbage. Like, I'm genuinely shocked and slightly appalled that they managed to, like, make a character that I think is, like, definitely worse than Paladin, who I already thought was extremely subpar, and then they're like, yeah, like, you are obligated to play several games in a row with this extremely bad character. And I'm like, must I? And apparently the answer is yes. That doesn't work, right? Oh, they really thought this through. Because I was thinking of using Rogi to use his grappling hook to, like, pull one of these, like, elves into range of the trample attack. But literally all of the elves are positioned such that that's not possible. Like, that's, like, a very specific layout of enemies to prevent that from happening. I still kind of feel like the correct party is that, though. Is Rogue Cavalier and regrettably Hellion. I mean, I could try to use Jania and, like, confusion them, but I don't think I'm gonna get there on that. Everything's pretty spread out. I kind of feel like the thing to do is to, like, use the Cavalier's arrow to clear this whole row on the first turn, and then have, like, Rogi, like, rip someone. What's your attack pattern? Can you attack, like, the moon? Inch 2. That should be fine. That should not cause me an immediate problem. And then, like, God only knows what I should do with the Hellion, who is, like, who's, like, just unplayable. Doesn't have knockback or anything, right? Just, like, actually worse than Paladin. I'm upset about this. I didn't think there was gonna be another character, and I sure didn't think the character was gonna be, like, unusable. Have him push, and then, like, her move? I feel like that makes the most sense. It's really, like, uninteresting, but I think that's right. And then, like, the remaining question that I loathe to even ask is... do I want to equip the terrible item that makes it so when she attacks, she makes fire tiles? I think I actually do. I think I actually do. If I do that... No, I guess not. I mean... If I move her here and do the burst, then I think we'll have 2 damage on it, and if it stays still, it'll die? I guess if it moves, then it won't be able to attack me? No, this thing has a range, but I think that doesn't work. Whatever. Doing it, I guess. Do I need to change his stuff, though? 'Cause I don't actually need Magic Mist. Give him magical armor. Nah, getting more tactics points has got to be the best option. Plus, it gives me more range to my bow, which probably isn't relevant, but actually might be relevant. I was assuming I'd be able to hit the edge of the map. What is the range? What's the range on that, pal? Just 6. 3, 4, 5. Are you joking? Is that a joke? Man, that arrow attack is just... That arrow attack's a bummer. Oh, boy. Hey, Ditto, welcome to the stream. What's this about flirting? At the introduction of this particular combat, we're in a scenario where we've added the, like, goth rocker girl from the New Wave Club to the CNC Club. And, so she wants to play like a demon lady, and Colin the Paladin, who's an absolute wet blanket, just not interested in playing with the demon, and, there's some theorization that they dislike each other so much that they're definitely flirting. Oh, boy. Yeah, it sure doesn't reach the last guy. Oh, it does kill this one, though. That kind of breaks even. Wait a minute, I forgot about the burst. Is there something interesting I can do with the burst? They really position this so grapple is not good. Wow. If I had placed Rogi on literally any other space, I'd be able to do a bunch of... I'd actually be able to kill this leader. Just nobody worry about the fact that... Okay. I'm just gonna tweak that a little bit, just slightly, just tweak that a little. Nobody even noticed that happen, right? It's just where we were before, right? Right? Okay. So this should work. If I move here, and then I grapple, this one does 3 damage, brings him in. Right? Then we dressage, and then magical arrow. Just really go to town. Right, and now the whole field is on fire, right? That's definitely remembered that it would do that. I gotta tell you, I don't like these field effects. They're all extremely bad. Wait, she sets fire under herself? Oh, it's magical damage, so she doesn't care. Fair enough, I guess. Alright. So, what now? I mean, Rogi could probably just go up and give this lady a nice shove to death. Can't reach that one, that's fine. I mean, is there any universe in which I would want to grapple them? If I moved here, he's out of range to grapple, so that doesn't even do anything. So I think it's pretty safe to move here and shove. And yes, the bread has been elevated. I'm glad that people are intrigued by this turn of events. I thought it would be interesting. We've scaled up from bread adheres to the laws of gravity to our vertical baguette from last week, and now it's just hovering. She can't move enough for this to not seem like a really stupid use of my time. I could move one farther. There was an enemy here, and that in order to kill it, I had to do this. Man, I sure lit the whole field on fire. Oh, man. Ah, boy. Ah, jeez. Right now, I wish I had chaining on my trample attack. It would probably be really good. Except I don't think the game would actually let me do the attack here. Just to, like, somewhere on this side of the field. Which would do chaining damage, but I think if you don't actually target something with trample, it'll just never let you attack. Yeah, none of my moves seem especially good. And what is your range again? Not infinite. Not properly an archer, just an angry elf. Like that one in the movie Elf. Movement on this is, like, not 0. So, like, anywhere I move that I can attack one of them... Like, they're both gonna attack, right? I guess you're the one I need to worry about. Move to range 2. Move 2. And then from there you can range 2. This is the danger. I really want to turn in fire with the Cavalier, but that ends up being less damage, right? It'd be 3 damage from that, and it's like 1 magical damage, but you also take more physical damage. But he has that's all fine. I think this makes the most sense. Alright, I did everything I could possibly do. Yes, I can act. No, he can't. You won't actually let me attack, it's a lie. Alright, so that was like some tactical fire damage. I think that was better than taking the attack. She's gonna get hit. And I don't care for it. But it ended its turn in fire, so she should be able to kill it. How much health do you have? 5? Oh, dude, you're so toast. My friend, you're so toast. It's actually better to do first. No, that was... Hold on. No, I did that wrong. There is the correct order, and I did it wrong. Because Rogi does an extra damage if the enemy's undamaged, so I should have Rogi do his thing first. I was concerned about, like, having the Cavalier end in an awkward position, but I think this just... Actually, is it... Nah, either way, it's an awkward position. This is better. If I push him, Cavalier can't actually attack him, and that's really bad. Alright, so do that. Give him some of that classic horse juice. And then, just for good measure, explode! I did it! Now I have that thing that will never proc. Excellent. GG. You've defeated the Dark Army. That encounter had nothing to do with the description I set up of something portal something. As the final enemy draws its last putrid unbreath, I smash the crystals on the gate, closing it forever. Nice. One more of my father's plans foiled. Soon there will be nowhere for him to escape to. You have indeed foiled the plans of King Arcanius. At least this time. Does that mean we're gonna run into demons from now on? I mean, if Colin says it's okay. Well, now that we're a high enough level, I was gonna run the Fire Throne Keep module. Should have plenty of demons for you. I understand you are traveling toward the ancient battleground of the Nephilim Wars. Arin Tien Ama. It's just like a random palindrome, right? No, it's not. I feel like I'm missing a reference or something here. I'm too dumb. I have interest in this place. This, like, when people are trying to make plans and I actually have interest, this is how I usually express it. They're like, oh, hey, like, we're gonna go catch a movie or something, and I'm like, I have interest in that. Does that mean you'll travel with us? For now. Excellent. We would be honored to have your strength supporting us. Yeah, join the team. I want to see what other weird stuff you could do. Just so you know, I'm still going to keep an eye on you to make sure you don't murder us in our sleep. But I want to be a good leader, not some dictator. So if everyone else wants you to join, I'll let you join. Wise decision. You have yet to see the true power of which I am capable. Wow, that was fun! I think your character's really interesting, Baphomet. Indeed, perhaps I too should consider an evil character. Absolutely not. Vetoed. One evil character per campaign is plenty, please. Then I shall perfect a dramatic foil with my goodness. I look forward to it, and to investigating with you in our real-world mystery. Welcome to our team, and to our room. We got a thing, like the worst character ever. Sure, I'll stick around for now. Let's not make this some kind of feelings moment, okay? Ah, I won the game. Talk to Colin. Okay, hi Colin. Hello. Are you ready to fight the Animal Identification Club? Hold on. Do I have other quests? I mean, we're pretty much there, right? I mean, I think it's actually time to do that, which is weird. Unless... Are we looking for a challenge? So we can get an upgrade, which is... Power word, Devour Soul. The ability you can use once to deal low physical damage and gives +5 tactics points if it KOs the target. That almost sounds useful, except it, like, doesn't do damage. It does low damage, whatever low damage means. Yeah, right, Ditto? I seem to be the only person around last week who thought the Animal Identification Club was a weird concept. We earlier spied on them because there's always a mission to spy on your opponent to, like, learn generally what their tactics are. Which is mostly just to, like, learn a little bit about their characters, which is fun. But, like, we went and spied on them, and, like, they were trying to identify what kinds of animals our personalities made us out to be. But, like, Yeah, I can't help but think the same thing, ditto. That's an animal. It's like number wang for animals. Are you familiar with the number wang sketch from? I think it's called Michelin Web Look, like a British TV show. Has this great recurring game show sketch where like contestants just name numbers, and every now and then the host goes, "That's number wang," and then they like win the round. So I'm thinking like the same thing, but it's like you're just sort of like cow, and then your opponent's like horse. Then you're like giraffe, and then they're like, "That's an animal." Then you move on with your lives. You know, I really would like to fight the Animal Identification Club on tonight's stream. Let's do that first, and if that somehow takes a while, that might be the end of the stream, but I suspect we'll have time to probably revisit that challenge, because I'm fairly certain those carry over between chapters, and if they don't, well then, whoops, I don't have another ability for the character I don't want to play. What a shame. Oh no, in order to do that, I'm supposed to talk to the guy. Why would I go to the Colosseum? Let's fight. I don't remember what voice... No, I kind of remember what voice I was doing. How much do you need your club? Why do you fight so hard for it? We fight for each other. The CNC Club is like family. Even when we don't get along, we still care about each other. We don't want to give that up. Is that so? Your club identity is the only way to feel like you have friends. Alicia, do you understand what it's like to be a snow leopard? This is one of them trick questions, isn't it? When I tell people who I am, they laugh. Sometimes they shove or hit me, but it's still true. Oh, it's okay. They're the furry club. They believe that they are the animals. They're not just interested in animal facts and natural science. She is a snow leopard. That makes more sense. That's right, I'm a flying fox. Animal Identification Club is the only way I can be a flying fox. Now hang on though. Your argument cuts two ways. You can't say that, like, we could be friends without the club, but they can't be snow leopard without their club. It's like the same thing. It's all about identity. If you choose to... If you identify as a snow leopard, then that's just true, and the club doesn't make that more or less true. Just like being a D&D club doesn't make you any more or less friends. If I wasn't in this club, I'd be lying to the world, to myself. This club is our identities. If you really want to challenge us, I'm warning you, we'll fight with everything we are. Oh, that's so much health? I guess that explains why there's so few of them. That's like a lot. Health when they do ambush damage, that's good. Although their attack seems real basic. It's just like an endurance. Oh, he's got weird stuff, though. Summon a snipe sprout to the battlefield, dispelling the old snipe sprout. If you have more than 3 snipe sprout? God, that's awful. This guy's way more annoying than her. Wow, okay. What? I have to assume that my scouting will reduce the horrors of how many snipe sprouts he can make. So I don't think confusion is very good against them at all, which generally disqualifies me from suggesting Janya as an option. Also, so few of them that and Jaya's not extremely exciting. I think this might... Oh, no, wait. I don't have to use Hecate anymore. I mean, if this were a competition anime, we would want Hecate to be on the team with the reasoning that, like, when they were scouting us, they didn't know that she would be part of the club, and thus they wouldn't have any information on her, and she'd be like our secret weapon. But because this is actually just like a tactical RPG video game, Hecate is terrible and would not be good at fighting them. I mean, maybe it's in Jaya just for her range, because I want to be like super close to them. And also I can like shoot a big old ranged beam. I mean, Idwal does now have that like daze thing, which like could be useful. No, it doesn't actually stun them. I will always and forever forget this. But I could equip him with different abilities such that his base attack becomes another hook. Good? I think so. I think their initial positioning makes it impossible for me to set up like a trample or something cool along those lines. I guess... No, I don't have nearly enough range for that to work. Is there a range limit on Jaya's, like, beam? 6. It's, like, same as max on the arrow. So I definitely don't have enough range to do the interesting things I'm thinking. I'm really inclined to try... Jaya, Rogi, Sir Artemane. What I would want to equip for her. I guess I wanted to create a bunch of fire tiles, which I don't, especially since I don't want to use the one character who's immune to that. I mean, like, Electric Handshake is probably the literal single best upgrade in the game. With, this thing, the Luvuz, probably, like, second. I really want to just equip her second thing so the game stops showing it to me. Chaining attack super useful for him. I kind of think that what I want to do is have the Luvuz to make mist so that I can like chain attacks against like snipe sprouts and things, but to have the Heartwood saddle to improve my range and attack distance, because I feel like I need mobility a lot here, and I don't know how important it'll be or how difficult it will be to take out the snipe sprouts. I really want to be able to like close in to do damage when I have to, and like maybe escape if I need to. I mean, if I'm making a bunch of mist, the background music's like a little better. I'm not super concerned about the smoke bomb. Do they have resistance to anything? They have some reason that I would want. That's actually kind of interesting. Huh. One of them has physical armor and one of them has magical. This might be better than the background music, because reducing magical armor is like super relevant with this team, because I put the Luvuz on, so like all of the characters can hypothetically be magically attacking, so if I like reduce... I still get to keep that. That's in the same room. So I'd still get to have my extra movement, which has been very helpful, and I can still grappling hook people, it's just now a magical attack, which is slightly less good against the guy who naturally has magical defense, but then I can remove his magical defense and do some attacking stuff. What chapter are we on? Did that make it so I can't finish that quest now? thought I did all of the side quests. I think I could back out of this battle. So what do I want to do with this part? I'm just gonna drop them. So, like, what do I want to do to start this battle? Like, I really want to focus on this stupid guy. I could, like, move Rogie. I should be able to grapple that far. Range? Well, just tell me. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it'll be at the edge of my range. So pulling to here, then Hotman can like move up and trample here. And then I can like spark them. Or I can give the magic attack on Rogie. Then he'll deal 2 damage, right? He deals an extra 1, but then -1. That will make the other attacks more powerful on him, so that kind of breaks even. But so that does 2, and then 2 from the trample to 5. So if I just like blast him with Pangaya's move after that, then like he's just down. I wanted to check something and I forgot what it was. Oh, it was the chaining, and whether that was useful at all. No, I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, I don't know if this will work, but it sounds interesting. Scouting the Animal Identification Club, you know how they prepare against you. They will take 1 extra damage against the type they're not strong against. I think that's good for me because I'm focusing fire on the one that like resists my stuff, and then the remaining one's like really gonna be like in bad town. Huh. For some reason I thought I was gonna be able to grapple all the way toward me. This makes this slightly less good. Actually, no. It doesn't? I don't think it does. I don't think it matters. Your target? Duncan's attack. Alright. Hopefully this does what I want. This drops to 5, right? Getting thrown off by the fact that it's showing me the negative physical armor. Oh, fart. I can't use my beam. I really wanted to use my beam, but I don't move far enough because it doesn't grapple. But it wouldn't have worked anyway, because I thought I'd be able to move to here. And the mages really, like, don't move at all, and it sucks. Range is, like, not good, right? Okay, then I think this works. I mean, it doesn't kill this guy, but it means that the snow leopard's gonna try and attack someone that she can't reach. This guy, however, is definitely gonna try to attack her. I should be able to kill the fox next turn. I don't really know what is it. Wait, why did she move like 1,000,000? Her move is 3. I'm sorry. 3 is not like 7. Math doesn't work that way. I swear to God, I just checked this. Movement 3. This is like 6 tiles away from where she just was. And it says her attack has range of 1. Like, what like, literally what happened? Like, actually, honest to God, explain to me what you think just happened. Because that's garbage. This is exactly what I was talking about before, is like, I checked all the numbers on that character and determined that it would not be able to get close enough to attack. And it, like, way overshot even my most pessimistic guess of where it could end up on the field and killed me in one shot. How am I supposed to... I feel like I understand the rules of this game, and then it just, like, changes them when it suits the game, and never me. It's almost never helpful to me. It's always like, alright, if I position myself here, I won't take lethal damage. And it's like, got it. You immediately take lethal damage. And then this guy just, like, didn't even do anything? I'm so confused. I'm torn because I want to restart because I feel like that's garbage. But I'm also going to be tempted to try and, like... No, I don't think there's actually a way for me to, like, cheat and make, like, a better attack than what I had originally planned for. Because I just don't have the range for it. Like, I had originally thought, like, what if I sent a guy down here and then, like, did a beam attack? But, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's just no way. Yeah, there's no way to do that, even. Okay. I'm doing it because I'm mad. I'm doing it because I'm mad. Not saying it's not save scumming. I'm just mad. I don't think that's reasonable. Like, I just want to demonstrate. So I had my character here. I think she was here. Okay. Let's count how far... So she can't occupy the same space as my character, right? So this is the closest space that she could get to and attack that character. 1, 2, 3. Does the character start here? It does not. So how does the character get into position to attack me? Yeah, I thought about that too, Ditto. It's like this character gave the ally their attack, but, like, it says very clearly what his special ability is, which is, like, a burst around him that, like, summons, like, attack totems. And he didn't do that at all. He didn't do a burst of any kind. He didn't summon brambles, didn't summon a thing to attack me. So, like, if that is what happened, the game doesn't make it clear that that's an option or a thing that I should plan around. And I don't know if you know this, the game is called Wintermoor Tactics Club, which suggests that, you know, tactical planning should be at the forefront of gameplay. I'm really salty about this, because, like, Matt doesn't... 3 isn't 6. This is just not true. We don't live in that world. It's apparently this other character can move like 1,000 spaces. I'll move a little bit closer to where she'll probably end up. And then I'll stay like as far away as possible while attacking this vapor to chain. So, I mean, it's mostly the same turn as before because I couldn't do what I thought I'd be able to do originally. It's just that this time, unless she can move like 9 spaces, I shouldn't immediately die for no like discernible reason. Oh. I mean, I didn't check the range on that other one. I'll give you that. That's fine. It's annoying as crap, but that's whatever. But, like, how does the leopard move, like, 8 spaces? The encyclopedia may say that flying foxes are harmless herbivores, but I have a few tricks they don't know about. Well, then you're not a flying fox, are you? You're some sort of demon spawn. I got brambled. Let me trample through this, right? I landed not the brambles, even though it might be awkward. I mean, I created a path for myself because of the mist. I think that'll be fine. Right, I can't move very far, like, at all. The Lovecraft dating sim? That sounds great, Alcadius. Huh. Kill her ally. What's her target gonna be? The last person who attacked him? No, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to click the other character. Avery, I'm sorry! Duncan! How could you? End every last one of you with these claws. Oh, then he goes after one with the most health? Okay, that's like way workable. Go very far. I thought she was gonna attack the one that, like, killed him, which would have been, like, super bad for me, but she instead does the exact worst thing she could do. Oh my god, I was trying... I just am trying to... Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get platinum... Whatever, it doesn't matter. I was trying to use the tactics ability because I assumed it wanted me to use a tactics ability because I didn't use any tactics ability because I was out of range and then using them wasn't helpful and I just wanted to use one to contribute towards the goal of whatever. The game is just like absolutely spiting me right now and I'm super not into it. I'm just I'm like so tilted by the absolute flawed math of this game. Like I'm just genuinely extremely annoyed, but like it doesn't matter that much. I can absolutely beat these characters and have just done so. But it's just so annoying to me that the game is like, this character moves 3. It's a lot, but don't worry about it. And it's like, just kidding. It moves whatever it wants to. It's apparently a queen in chess and can just like transport across the board and kick you off the board. Like, that's just not... It's already difficult enough to understand what some of the abilities in this game do. If you could just be honest about it, that would be super great. I would like that a lot. I would like that a lot more than just making stuff up. Well fought, Tactics Club. You showed me who you really are. Like a goose, and I don't remember what any, like a horse. That was a scorpion. What was the rogue supposed to be? They wanted me to use 2 tactics powers, which is just like way worse than not using any tactics powers. What? How could we lose? Avery, what are we gonna do? I don't know. You can't take this club away from us. We need it. It's okay. Everything will be okay, Duncan. Remember, we'll always know who we are in our hearts, right? Right.
That is incredibly touching. Mostly weird, but also touching. I think you two will end up just fine, as long as you conform to the school dress code within 24 hours and stop calling yourselves animals. It makes our education system look bad. You're wrong. I am a flying fox. You can't take that away from me no matter what you say. We should go, Duncan. Come on. Meanwhile, Victory has once again gone to apparently Unstoppable Tactics Club. Whatever they've been feeding you, it's working. You know darn well we're forced to eat the same cafeteria gruel as every other club, old man. Keep striving, keen students. You only have one fight left. Looks like your finals match will be against the Student Council. They're going to be tough to beat. In retrospect, I bet you wish you'd voted for some weenies instead of electing all the most powerful and talented students to the same club, huh? Anyways, good luck. I hope you're prepared to become the ultimate club. Student Council's next, huh? Guess just one more club to defeat and then we can officially keep ours. What will happen then? Will things really just go back to normal? We can't worry about the positive outcome just yet. The Student Council is the most powerful opponent we could possibly face. We'll have to be ready for anything. Chapter Endo. Oh yeah, it's nightmare time. Well, well, well. Look who decided to show her face here again in her own dreams. She just keeps on destroying things, doesn't she? Why are we still talking? Let's end her. Ah. Principal Enfield, you have to help me. They're trying to kill me. Help you? You're a liar and a thief. You deserve what's coming for you. Septavia, please! You are a coward and a failure. You do not exist to me. Colin! Jacob! I'm so glad you're here. We could help you get revenge. Revenge? That's not what I want. We need to hurt them before they hurt us. They're afraid of us. They hate us. They don't think we're human. The Gatekeeper can protect us. The Gatekeeper can protect us. No! This isn't right. This isn't you. I have to wake up. I have to... I feel awful. It's the same. My heart is pounding really hard. I'm not gonna be able to get back to sleep now. Wait a minute, is that... That's Avery, leader of the club we defeated, isn't it? Why is she walking like that? Is she sleepwalking? Something seems wrong. I hope she's not planning to do anything weird since they lost. I should go make sure she's okay. Looked like she was heading towards the quad. No, it's still like the middle of the night because it's spooky dark out. Why can't I go to the library? Oh hey, that's the other kid from that club. Oh no, did they lure me into an ambush? Doesn't look much like an ambush. Hey, you're Duncan, right? From the Animal Identification Club? I just saw your friend Avery walk by here a little while ago. Sorry about today. I hope you're both doing okay. You saw Avery? Thank goodness. We're supposed to hang out tonight, but I never showed. I was really starting to get worried. Avery's never late. Which way did they go? Well, I was just gonna ask you that, even though I'm the one that saw them. They? It seemed like they were acting kind of weird. They were sleepwalking or something. What? That sounds dangerous. What should we do? Will you help me find them? Okay, well, I saw Avery heading in this direction, and as such, I shouldn't be asking you where she went because I'm the one who knows. Why don't we check the annex?
Wait, isn't the annex one of the buildings? Oh no, the annex is part of it. I assumed that, but then I thought annex was one of the buildings.
Huh? Wait a minute. The tape around the sinkhole is broken.
I mean, that seems bad.
The sinkhole's really scary in the dark. I hope Avery didn't fall in somehow. Snow leopards are pretty graceful. Well, maybe not if they're sleepwalking. No. What if something happened to Avery? We have to go in and check. What? Dive into the sinkhole? It's the middle of the night. We could call the... What if they have a broken ankle or something? What if they hit their head and got a concussion? Alright. We can climb down very slowly to make sure Avery's okay.
That sounds like a really bad plan. We do not have the gear or knowledge to safely descend into the sinkhole, which could definitely lead to our immediate demise. I mean, is it an ambush if he just pushes us in, or is it just us being stupid? Alright, I guess to the abyss?
It's pitch black in here. We really couldn't have waited to get like a flashlight so we don't die? Maybe coming here without a flashlight was really stupid. Like, really stupid.
We're gonna find someone if we can't oh, that's great.
What was... Avery's not here. Let's get out of here.
I like how we don't even, like, make a pretend effort to explain how we safely get in and out of the sinkhole. I guess we're led to believe that this is just a spiral staircase leading down into the pitch black sinkhole, and somehow that worked out fine.
What the heck? What was that? Am I still dreaming? If you are, then so am I. What should we do now? I'm going back to my dorm. I hope your friend's dead. Not going down there again unless it's in broad daylight with a bunch of friends. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we should come back tomorrow. I bet Avery wandered somewhere else. Snow leopards are careful, even in their sleep. Alright, I guess I'll let you know if I find out anything else about Avery.
For beating them, you get the achievement Identify Crisis. Save your game, save my game. I guess I missed out on at least one upgrade. Unless it's, like, including Chapter 6? There's no way you could defeat the entire football team. Alright, everyone, attack! Urgh! Oh, she sent them to the Shadow Realm, huh? Introducing the Student Council.
Tactics Club is next, yes? They shouldn't be a problem.
We must not become overconfident. It is a slow and insidious killer. The school needs us to protect it. We cannot lose. What's the threat? What's the threat?
It's through here. See where the tape is broken? Where is everybody? Shouldn't there be some stooge calling this place a health hazard by now?
Astute, the campus does appear to be mysteriously empty.
Well, good, you're here. I was worried I'd have to wait around this place alone. Oh, hey. Everybody, this is Duncan. He's the one who found this place with me last night. Oh yeah, that bat kid. Wish I had your dedication to freaking people out. Your whole thing's hilarious, dude.
Thanks.
It's, not...
Excellent. Let us venture forth into the lair of our mysterious adversaries. Alright. Yeah, I think I just missed out on a thing. That's fine. I mean, I tried to collect everything in this game. It's taken, like, a surprisingly long time, and honestly hasn't felt super rewarding. So missing out on an upgrade that very likely isn't something I'd care about, that's not really a big deal. I do feel like... So here's the thing, right? So... we have Strong Week coming up. And I really don't think there's any feasible way that I would be, like, streaming after work the way life is going right now. So I don't think that I will be, like, streaming every night during Strong Week. Although, in fairness, Strong Week starts on February 7th, because it's, like, about as late as it can get in the year, because it is the first full week in February. So I was thinking that I wanted to do a stream or two ahead of Strong Week and, like, post those during Strong Week for people who can't make it out, and then still try to make something of a week of it. Probably won't be, like, 5 days of content or whatever, but it's gonna be, like, a lot of hours, because it's gonna be, like, multiple streams. I guess we still have some flexibility. Maybe we make a push to try and finish this game next week? And then, like, start... week after? I don't know. I think regardless, it makes sense to save here. I feel like whatever we're about to embark on is probably gonna be like a big old thing, and not that I've suddenly soured completely on this game or anything. I definitely want to see the end of this game. But like I'm kind of just mad at this game right now. That fight really made me upset, like genuinely pretty upset. Like that was just a very frustrating thing, and I don't have a lot of patience right now. So like I could go down the sinkhole and like start this chapter, which might be the last chapter. There might be one after it, but like the thing is, if I go down there, it's probably gonna be like at least like 15 minutes until I get like a reasonable save file or save point rather. So, like, I think it makes more sense to, like, save it above the sinkhole and then just, like, start that whole story next. And then I'm gonna figure out what makes the most sense for Strong Week later. Which might mean starting next Saturday. It might mean waiting until the week after. I don't know. I still definitely want to play Super Auto Pets tomorrow. I want to see if I can do better. I've played a bunch off stream to try and just, like, learn some basic stuff, so I'm not, like, doing so much experimentation and disastrous failing as I did last time, but I still probably will do very poorly. I think I'm gonna leave it there for Wintermoor Tactics Club for now. Mostly just because I'm mad at it. That really is just, like, at the end of the day, I'm kind of just mad at the game. So let us quit to main menu. Yeah, I mean, I have a pretty good sense of where the game's gonna go. They might, like, tweak some details so I don't precisely know everything about the ending demolition. I agree with you. And, you know, I think it's something of a dangerous misconception that just because you know where a story is going, that means it's bad. And I don't mean to imply that that's something you've suggested, but, like, it's on my mind because, like, over time I encounter more and more things where the story starts going one way, and, like, the audience who's, like, excited about the story sort of, like, uses the clues that are left by the creator to, like, figure out where it's going and get excited about their theories. And then the creator, like, finds out that people guessed the thing that they were setting up with clues and evidence, and then just, like, spitefully decide to, like, change it, and it's just bad because it's, like, slapped together at the last minute for, like, shock value. I mean, it happened in Zero Time Dilemma, it happened in Game of Thrones on HBO, like, it's just, it's a practice that I think is super bad, and I would much rather, like, have an ending where it's like, no, like, the story sort of unfolded a certain way, and I get it, and it's either done well or it's not, than to, like, have someone try to be like, ah, but I gotcha. Like, oh, I just hate it so much. I don't know, there's still some, like, weird plot threads dangling. I think there could be something interesting towards the end here, Demolition. But, you know, the only way to know is to play through it. And I think we're close enough now that it's definitely worth finishing. Although I do hope that people are still enjoying it. I'm really mad about that snow leopard, man. Like, just really upset about that snow leopard. What a rude leopard. Like, I don't even want to go out in the middle of the night into a pitch black sinkhole to try and help that lady because she cheated. She just cheated at video game. She did not adhere to the rules as presented by the video game and was very rude about it. It's not even like difficulty factor. The game just like lied, and that just like really upsets me. Because the game's like, okay, so like the maximum range of spaces away from where she is that she can attack in a turn is 4. She can move 3 and then attack 1 additional space, and then she just moved like 6 spaces. Like that isn't what the game said. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's not a glitch. Maybe there's some invisible, untold thing that it tapped into, some secret power or so. It's just like, it seems really lame that like the whole interface of the game has been like, yeah, I mean, if you look at all the things, even though the system's like a little like crunchy around the edges, like you can figure out what is possible and what is not. And sure, I sometimes struggle with that because like there's a weird level of not exactly complexity, but a lack of crystal clarity. So like it's not like I'm perfect and like I've always been able to detect what is and isn't in range, and I've restarted some battles pretty shamelessly and stuff like that. But like that one just really gets me because it's like, but the whole point of a tactics game is that stuff like that doesn't happen. Like you should be able to like predict that stuff if you take into account all the information that you gather about the battlefield. I'm kind of hoping that after one more stream we finish this. What I had read on Time to Beat about this game before I started it suggested it was like not a super long game. It kind of suggested that if you went all out trying to unlock everything, it would be, I believe the figure was like 16 hours. This is the 6th stream of this game, which means that we're already at like over 18 hours playing this game. Which, like, seems weird. Not only in that figure just doesn't seem close to accurate, but also just, like, I'm not sure how I feel about the pacing at this point in the game, but that's more of a personal thing. And, I'll talk more about that probably at the end of the game. Yeah, I mean, I think it's either 6 or 7 chapters. I just don't know if it's 6 or 7. I feel like if it's 6, we might finish it next week, and if it's 7... we won't. But yeah. Sorry for being grumpy, but I like just legitimately the game made me really upset. Like I'm just really mad about it. And I can't explain it any better than I already have, but I am inclined to try. Like I just want to keep being like, no, but like you don't understand, it just lied. It just lied about what the character could do, and then it just sniped one of my characters fully to death with an attack that shouldn't have been physically possible. Like that seems like a pretty rough swing of the pendulum, is to go from, I have positioned myself such that I will take no damage, to literally my favorite character is dead. It's just a big swing. But yeah, I'm gonna stop complaining about that specific thing, and instead encourage those of you still watching to try and locate the secret Squirtle. Somewhere in the couch behind me, I've hidden a Squirtle. If you can see a Squirtle, it's not really a secret, and thus isn't eligible for the game. Take a moment and consider where you think a Squirtle might be hiding, because as we all know, locating a secret Squirtle is an omen of good luck in the week to come. As I said earlier, I would like to stream some Super Auto Pets tomorrow. I've really been digging the game, and I've been trying not to play it on work nights because it's really easy to get absorbed in the game for long periods of time. So playing it on Saturday is nice, and I think it would be nice too to show off some of the stuff I've learned, even though I don't actually think I've learned enough that I will like definitely get like a 10-win run or something like that. But I'm excited to do that. Like I said, I'm starting to consider the time frame for Strong Week. It is actually even a little later than I expected it to be. So I really am just not paying that close attention to the passage of time. But like the rules for Strong Week are that it's the first full week of February, and because February starts on a Tuesday, it makes it pretty late in the year or in the year. Sure, that works. So I have a little bit more time to play around with than I thought. But I do want to get a little bit of an early start because I want to, like I said, I kind of want to like post maybe like a couple of Resonance streams during the week, and then like stream that week as well. That's like 4 days of content, and then eventually, I'll post the streams for those who can't make it for whatever reason. Oh yeah, I mean, Super Auto Pets is a well-designed game in many aspects, and one of them is that the turnaround to a new game is really easy, and whether your game goes well or poorly, like I feel strongly compelled to just immediately start a new run. So like, yeah, you could burn a lot of time. Last weekend, I streamed it last Saturday as well, and was like a little frustrated with my performance. And so I played a bunch that night, and then a bunch the next morning, and I think all told it was something like 6 quasi consecutive hours, discounting the time I was sleeping in between. And I've learned some stuff about things that I didn't immediately want to try because they seemed a little bit sketchier, and I have better sense of how to set up some strategies, but I think there's still stuff that I just like haven't tried and haven't learned. And that's just with like the basic thing. I haven't gotten the expansion yet because like again, I kind of just want to like get my mileage out of that before delving into like the new stuff. Yeah, Super Auto Pets tomorrow. Next Friday I definitely want to do Wintermoor Tactics Club. I'm not totally set on next Saturday just yet. I'll think about that some more. I don't know that I'll necessarily have an answer by tomorrow's stream, but I will try to. I didn't see a ton of guesses, but I remember all the ones that I saw. Let's see if we can go find that Squirtle together. Shall we, chat? Alright, so I guess find Hushin. Hiding back there are Winnie the Pooh riding on top of his good friend Eeyore. Because he's a donkey. It's not anything weird, I promise. And I guess several people have guessed that it might be behind this particularly large loaf of bread. And, well, I think people's expectations might be a little off. It does turn out that that is the location. Very small Squirtle. I think people really thought that bread needed more help than Brown Bear to stand up, but that is not the case. But congratulations to Sarah and to Ditto, I think also guessed earlier. So yes, you two both benefit from some week in the some luck in the week to come. Was it too obvious? Perhaps. But upon doing it, I kind of just felt like he had to be there, right? I don't know. I'm having fun. I do generally feel bad when everyone's able to guess it, but I just thought that would be fun. Doing some stuff with this giant bread. I don't got a lot going on in my life right now. Sometimes you just put a Squirtle behind a big bread, and that's all you really need. Okay, well, I had fun, other than getting extremely mad at a snow leopard, which is pretty much par for the course of 2022. I'll catch you here tomorrow to identify some other animals and put them in a team of automatic super pets. And I'm really looking forward to that. Hope you are too. Maybe you'll have a chance to stop by. Thanks to everybody for being here. Thanks for being you. And I hope to see you again soon. Whether that's tomorrow, next week, or sometime in the distant future. Always happy to have you here. Nobody ever has to subscribe or do any of those things. Never feel guilty about missing streams or whatever. Just means that sometimes I'll assume everybody knows a thing that I've said that some people weren't around for or whatever. But yeah, Super Auto Pets tomorrow. I endeavor not to be mad at a snow leopard, which I think, unless I buy the expansion, I should manage to get away with. Have a good night, everybody.